She's sitting on her beige couch in a semi-furnished apartment that cost way more than she expected. It's 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. There's a half-empty bottle of Pinot Grigio on the coffee table and the blue light of a smartphone illuminating her face. She's not sleeping. She's doom-scrolling. And there it is, the photo that ruins her week. It's her ex-husband. The man she called boring. The man she said lacked ambition. The man she divorced because she needed to find herself. He's not crying. He's not falling apart. He's in a fitted shirt, standing on a beach in Tulum, with his arm around a woman who looks exactly like she did 15 years ago. He looks younger. He looks happier. And worst of all, he looks at peace. She puts the phone down and looks around the empty room. This was supposed to be freedom. This was supposed to be her eat, pray, love moment. Instead, it's a silent, suffocating realization that she traded a winning lottery ticket for a handful of magic beans. And now she has to live with that choice. Today, we are going to dissect the anatomy of the divorce regret. We're going to look at the mathematics of the dating market that nobody told these women about. We're going to expose why the empowered divorcee narrative is the most dangerous lie sold to modern women, and why the man she threw away is becoming the prize she can no longer afford. Alpha Lens mindset here. Let's break this down. The modern divorce initiated by women over 40 is rarely driven by abuse or catastrophe. It's driven by boredom and delusion. There is a script that society hands women when they hit that midlife dissatisfaction. You know the script. It tells them that their husband is holding them back, that the spark is gone because he stopped trying, that out there in the single world is a buffet of high-value men just waiting to whisk a 42-year-old marketing manager off her feet and take her to Paris. So she pulls the trigger, she files the papers, she imagines freedom tastes like champagne. But here is where the math comes in, and nature is a ruthless mathematician. When she enters the dating market at 22, she is the selector. She has the leverage. Men are lining up. She is used to that feeling, that intoxicating power of being the prize. What she doesn't realize is that for the last 15 years, while she was married, the market shifted underneath her feet. She enters the dating pool at 42, thinking she has the same purchasing power she had at 25. She thinks, I have a better career now. I have a degree. I own my car. I am more valuable. Wrong. To the corporate world, she is more valuable. To the romantic marketplace, she has depreciated. She lists her credentials on her dating profile. MBA, Director of Sales, Homeowner Independent. She thinks these are assets, but men aren't looking for a business partner. We aren't looking for a second income to compete with. We are looking for femininity. We are looking for peace. We are looking for someone who doesn't treat every conversation like a boardroom negotiation. She is selling ice to Eskimos. She is offering masculine energy to masculine men, and she is shocked when the only men who swipe right are the ones looking for a mother, a nurse, or an ATM. Let's talk about the specific type of man she thinks she deserves. She wants a man who is better than her ex, taller, richer, more exciting, maybe a little dangerous. She wants the 666 man, 6 feet tall, six-pack abs, six-figure income. Let's look at that man. Let's say he exists. He's 45, handsome, wealthy, and fit. Who is he looking for? Is he looking for a 42-year-old divorcee with 2 teenagers, a bitter relationship with her ex, and a chip on her shoulder about toxic masculinity? Number. That man is dating the 29-year-old yoga instructor who thinks his dad jokes are funny, who doesn't have baggage, and who brings enthusiasm into his life instead of criticism. This is the wall that nobody warned her about. She is competing for the top 1% of men, but she is competing against women who have a 15-year age advantage. So who does she actually get? She gets the leftovers. She gets the guys who never grew up. She gets the Peter Pans who want to come over, drink her wine, sleep in her bed, and leave before breakfast. She gets the guys who are bitter about their own divorces and just want a warm body. She traded a husband who would have died for her for a rotation of strangers who won't even text her back. Now, let's look at the other side of the equation. This is the part that hurts the most. This is the part that keeps her awake at night. The transformation of the ex-husband. When they were married, she nagged him. She told him he was lazy. She told him he let himself go. She told him he was boring. She criticized him into a corner until he stopped trying. Why try when you're going to be told it's not good enough? But then she leaves, and something incredible happens. The divorce diet kicks in. The stress vanishes. The constant background noise of criticism in his house goes silent. He wakes up in a quiet house. He starts going to the gym, not for her, but for himself. He starts dressing better. He focuses on his work without the guilt of not being present enough. Suddenly, he is leveling up. He becomes the man she always wanted him to be. But here is the cosmic joke. He couldn't be that man while he was with her. Her constant dissatisfaction was the heavy backpack he was carrying. She cut the straps, thinking he would fall. Instead, he started to fly. And now, she has to watch from the sidelines. She has to watch another woman, a younger, softer, more appreciative woman, enjoy the upgraded version of the man she built. That new woman isn't nagging him about the dishes, she's just happy he cooked dinner. That new woman isn't rolling her eyes at his stories, she's listening. And because of that appreciation, he gives that new woman the world. The trips to Paris, the romantic dinners, the spontaneity. He's doing all of it, just not with his ex-wife. She realizes too late that men don't leave for better women. They leave for easier lives. They go where they are celebrated, not tolerated. This brings us to the core of the regret, the misunderstanding of boredom. In the chaos of modern dating, where ghosting is normal and situationships are the standard, she begins to look back at her marriage differently. That boring Friday night on the couch with pizza, that wasn't boredom, that was security. That predictable routine, that wasn't a rut, that was consistency. That lack of drama, that wasn't a lack of passion, that was peace. She mistook peace for boredom because she is addicted to the high of chaos. But now, out in the cold wilderness of the dating apps, she is starving for a little bit of that boredom. She meets guys who are exciting. And you know what exciting means? It means they are unstable. It means you don't know where they are on Friday night. It means the highs are high, but the lows are crushing anxiety. She realizes that the boring accountant husband who came home at 5:30 p.m. every day was actually a luxury item she threw in the trash. We have to talk about the money. The empowerment narrative loves to talk about emotional independence, but it skips the chapter on compound interest and cost of living. Divorce is a wealth destroyer. She goes from a dual-income household, building equity, planning for a shared retirement, to a single income, trying to maintain the same lifestyle. The math doesn't work. She keeps the house? Great. She also keeps the mortgage, the property tax, the leaking roof, and the lawn care. She enters the dating world and realizes it's expensive. Botox isn't cheap. A new wardrobe isn't cheap. Dating app subscriptions aren't cheap. She is burning through cash to compete in a market that doesn't value her, while her ex-husband is compounding his wealth and sharing it with someone who didn't cost him half his net worth in legal fees. But here's the part nobody talks about, the part that makes this entire situation even more devastating. The collateral damage, the kids. Those two teenagers aren't just watching their parents split. They're watching their mum unravel while their dad rebuilds. They're seeing which parent chose stability and which one chose chaos. They're doing the math in real time, and that math is shaping how they'll view relationships for the rest of their lives. The 15-year-old daughter observes her mom dating men closer to her age than her own. She sees her mom dressing younger, acting younger, and desperately trying to compete in a market that no longer values her. What lessons is she learning about femininity, about marriage, about commitment? The 17-year-old son is watching his dad transform into a man he barely recognizes. Stronger, happier, more confident. And he's watching a younger woman treat his dad with the respect his mom never gave him. What lesson is he learning about how women treat men? About what to tolerate in a relationship? The kids are the silent witnesses to their mother's regret. They see her scrolling through her ex-husband's social media. They hear her crying at night. They feel the tension when she has to coordinate custody exchanges. And they know, even if they can't articulate it yet, that this was avoidable. That their family was destroyed not by tragedy, but by their mother's delusion. And here's the brutal part. The kids will remember. When they're adults making their own relationship decisions, they'll remember which parent prioritized the family and which one prioritized finding themselves. They'll remember who was stable and who was chaotic. And those memories will determine which parent gets the phone calls, the visits, the relationship in their adult years. She didn't just lose her husband, she's slowly losing her children's respect. And that's a consequence nobody warned her about when she filed those papers. So why do we talk about this? Is it to mock them? No, it is a warning. To the men listening, build yourself now. Don't wait for a divorce to hit the gym. Don't wait for her to leave to find your purpose. Become the undeniable man during the marriage. If she appreciates it, great. If she doesn't and she leaves, you are already prepared for the market. You are the prize. Focus on your mission, your health, your wealth, and your peace. Make yourself so valuable that if she walks away, she immediately realizes what she lost. But more importantly, build yourself so that you're okay either way. Your happiness can't depend on her staying. And for the women who might be listening, or for the men who need to explain this to their wives, the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. If you think the dating market is waiting for a 42-year-old single mother with open arms, you are betting your life savings on a coin toss where the coin is rigged. The empowerment narrative sold you a lie, the lie that you can have it all whenever you want it, on your terms. But biology doesn't negotiate. The market doesn't care about your feelings, and time is undefeated. That boring marriage you're thinking about leaving, that's not a prison, that's a foundation. Those predictable Friday nights, that's not monotony, that's security. That husband who doesn't give you butterflies anymore, that's not a lack of passion, that's stability. And stability is the most underrated luxury in modern relationships. Before you file those papers, before you chase the fantasy, ask yourself this: what exactly am I trading, and what am I trading it for? Because once you pull that trigger, there's no going back. The life you have now, the family you've built, the partnership you've created, it's gone. And what you get in return is a beige apartment, a dating app full of men who won't commit, and a front row seat to watching someone else live your life with the man you threw away. There is nothing more tragic than a woman who realizes she destroyed a good life in search of a perfect one that doesn't exist. Don't be the woman scrolling Instagram at 2 a.m., watching your ex-husband live your dream life with someone else. Because once you ring that bell, you can't unring it. The door closes. And reality is undefeated. If this video reveals the reality you're living, or the one you're trying to avoid, drop "I see the reality" in the comments below. And if you need one-on-one coaching to navigate this divorce minefield, protect your assets, or rebuild your value after the devastation, I offer private sessions. The link is pinned in the comments and the description. Alpha Lens Mindset here. Thank you for watching. Stay sharp.